but it's all she's all shenanigans. For Linda Beach is going to absolutely bolt in. She's all shenanigans, charges over the line for the big way the outside. Show I needs the line. Foxy Frida thrusts at her and dived and probably got her. Foxy Frida or Show High in a
Welcome back to the channel, everybody, for Sandown Lakeside this week for the Group 3 Victoria Handicap and Easter Cup, obviously Easter week, and a lot of winners to be found. I think two at value that represent a good betting perspectives. And again, sorry this preview is going up so late. I just had a really hectic week, but hopefully that won't matter. Hopefully a few of them will still go over the line in first position. But let's get into them and let's find the winners. Sandown Lakeside race 1 is the benchmark 84 for the fillies and mares over the 1200 metres, and I'm pretty confident in Foxicon here. Has been very good this campaign, winning 2 955 challenges at the Valley, then went to the final and ran an outstanding race behind Unflinching, where Unflinching got it soft up front. Has to be the query at the end of the 1200, but has the 53 kilos, so I think in that respect should be fine. Should get a soft lead here and dart away and be too good for them. Sirene Stryker for second for Damien Oliver. Don't know the trainer, but comes over from New Zealand. I think it could run well, but I don't think it'll beat the favourite. Duchess of Dorset next best. Third up, Linda Beach will run well. And Galgani might need this one and 1400, but I think can run a race with 53 kilos, considering she's carried big weights of above 60 or more every time she's been first up. So the big watch, Galgani at the double figure quote. But Foxicon should win the first. I'm pretty confident. Race number 2 at Sandown Lakeside is a 3-year-old fillies handicap over the 1200 metres, and I'm pretty confident here on No Diggity. First up, for long speller, has had 9 jump outs to get ready for this, so fitness isn't going to be a query here. First up, Barrier 1, 54, Craig Newitt, brilliant front-running jockey, disposed of her rivals easily on debut at Geelong, winning by about less than a length, 0.75 lengths, and absolutely bolted in at Kilford as a dominant favourite, winning by nearly 3 lengths. Then had issues at Kilford and the Blue Diamond prelude for the filly, so I'm just going to be just panning that run. First up, Drawn the Rail, a horse that can lead with 54 with a good front-running jockey on $16. Seriously, over the odds. Raw Merchant, the class of the race, and that is going to stand him in good stead here, but has the big weight. Miss Galore, I thought could run a race for Michael Price, McKenzie, for Dean Yandel, and Jaguar Stone, Damien Oliver's mount. Adam Trinder brings it over from Tasmania, and I think can run really well. But No Diggity on top, race 2 at Sandown. Pretty confident, 15 the win. Race number 3 at Sandown, it's a listed Redute's Choice Stakes over the 1200 metres, and I am with I Am Unstoppable. Dominant winner on debut in Adelaide, winning at Morphettville by nearly 2 lengths in a 2-year-old handicap over the 1000 up to the 1200 metres. Zach Spain sticks, good draw. It's an absolute moral, it looks here, and I think it'll be winning. Lava Zoo for second, comes out of the Bossy Nick race at Flemington. Interested to see how it goes here. Draws a lot better and has had the run at 1200 and does have the 55 for Jarman. You're interested to see how it goes. Lady of Savoy for third, the unraced horse in the race. I think it can run well. And Sure Say runs up to anywhere near its debut, it'll win, but just want to see it do it first at 1200. But I Am Unstoppable on top. I think the class will carry it a long way. 30 the win. Race number 4 at Sandown, and it is a benchmark 70 handicap over the 1400 metres, and I'm with Sandy Prince on top. Barrier number 1, perfect. Has got the weight to carry, but Laura Lafferty brings it down with the claim and comes back a mile in grade, sorry. And I think if it doesn't win this, it's officially cast, because it's been very good its last 2 in Adelaide, running second in an 86 and then running second in another 86. Way back in grade here. $7 I think is over the odds, and I think Sandy Prince should be winning. Good and Proper looks in for a good prep to secure second up, and with the wide draw. General Firepower is a good chance, 4th up, ready to show something, and did win dominantly last start. And Rumbled again I thought was over the odds at $13, but Sandy Prince on top, race 4 at Sandown, 25 to win. The Hayes boys to do it again. Race number 5 at Sandown. It's a benchmark 70 handicap over the 1400 metres, and it's all about our Heidi here. Dominant win last start at the Valley under Gary Lowe, and I think can go back to back. From barrier number 2, will put itself up there right on the firing line, and I think it's the best horse in the race, the only one with any form in the race, and I think will be winning, and is the one to beat. From Legionaire for second. Was good winning last start, has been in good form this campaign, though does have the big weight, though at $18 I can see it running well. Hello Broadcast is cast at this point, was running well and winning last campaign, but he seemed to struggle this campaign, don't know why, and Beehunter could strike fresh, but our Heidi first up, our Heidi the one to beat, 40 the win. Race number 8 at Sandown is a 3-year-old handicap over the 1600 metres, and I'm with Muramasa on top. Trent Busted and Nearly Young and Damien Oliver. 60 kilos with barrier number 4. I think that this horse is clearly the one to beat. Ran first up in the CS Hayes behind Elliptical and Holy Mans, and then went to the Group 1 Australian Geese, following on from that path and ran 30. Beaten a fair margin, but just has the best form here. Coming back to this level, I think it's a better than a $17 shot with Damien Oliver on. Yes, it's got to carry the weight, but it's got a good draw. Likely goes forward from the barrier. And third up should be ready to shot its best. And any juice in the track will help its causes. From Dashing for second. Big opinion of this horse. Didn't let me down in Adelaide. Ran well without winning. And I think can go right on with it here. Loco I thought was under the odds. Yes, was impressive on debut. Was unlucky second up. Did second run, but I think needs to show something to step up to the big guns here. And Simeon, if he goes out in front and rolls for Dan Moore, could take catching. But Muramasa on top, 12 to win and 10 to win on Dashing. And race number 7 at Sandown is the Group 3 Victoria handicap over the 1400 metres, and I'm with Ayrton to go back to back for Damien Oliver. And I'm pretty confident in its chances too. It was very disappointing first up, I thought. Was first up. 1400 looked a perfect race for him, did the Sharps 3, but couldn't quite get there, and like I said, was disappointing. But second up here, brilliant second up record, having had placed 3 from 5 starts, and I think can go on with it here. Just don't know how it's going to go if there's any rain in the track, but if it's a good track, so 5, it'll win. Loves the 1400 metres and does have the I Wish I Win form, which looks pretty good now and has had early support. Clemenceau, the stable, switch it up and bring it south with John McNeil in the saddle. Very good chance after running second last start in Sydney. Buffalo River, if they let it get out and roll in front, could take catching with a lightweight. And Vongole, right down in the weights, can show something. Was good running third last start and drops a big weight from last start. And I think can run well for Carlin Heffel. But Ayrton on top in the Victoria handicap for him to go back to back. Race number 8 at Sandown is the Group 3 Easter Cup, and this won't take long at all. White Marlin on top, 5 for 5. He'll win, 60 to win. Easier said than done, and I'm not going to say any more than that. Sparkle, the only danger for second. Was good winning its past 2. Not a query for mine, stepping up 100 metres. Was dominant last start at Flemington, and at $11 I thought was over the odds in the main. Danger to White Marlin. Right, you has been impressive winning this campaign, but he's closer to the end of it than in the beginning of it. And Fancy Man, Annabelle Neesham brings himself switching states and has Damien Oliver aboard, so I'm interested to see how it goes, the input. But White Marlin, the other import in the race, will be smashing these. If they intend to win the Melbourne Cup, let alone a Roy Higgins, he ought to be putting these away, so I'm going to have 60 to win on him in the Easter Cup. Race number 9 at Sandown in the gate of the day. It's a benchmark 84 over the 1600 metres, and I'm with Daily Bugle. Dean Yandel back aboard with the 54 kilos from barrier number 5. Can still a lot closer, and I think can take beating here and at $9 around that price is a very, very good bet for mine, and I think he'll be winning the last. That's if it's a soft 5 or good form. My tip will change for this race if it's a rain-affected track, but he's on top in those conditions. Serious Liaison, I think, is the main and only danger to him. Blue Soldier, anywhere near his best, would bolt this in, and Hector Damaris. I'm keen to see how this horse goes. Second up is going to be better over a staying trip, but 14 to 1600 is a good recipe, particularly with the stable. But Daily Bugle on top, 40 to win to sound the bugle in the last race. Thank you everyone for watching my preview for the Victoria Handicap meeting at Sandown. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you back a winner. And I'll see you next week for the preview for next Saturday. Thank you again, and I hope you've enjoyed it.